What's going on, guys? We are back. I don't know what episode it is. It's been a while, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's do it. Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to another episode of Geekin and Drinkin. As always, I'm Eddie
and Steven,
and we are on episode 55. And we know it's been a long while since we've, graced your screens or your ears with our voices and our beautiful faces. But, a lot's happened since our last episode, and we have a lot to talk about. I'm gonna sit right at the back. We have a lot to talk about, and we're not really going with any structure. We're just gonna talk. So, if you're into music, if you're into all the movies coming out, and shows. You come to the right place. Also, if you like beer, which I do, we're not drinking that, by the way, or that. Also, we had a trip we want to tell you guys about too. But also, when you come to the show, it's because you like beer, and like I said, we love beer, and we have beer for you guys. I know we got beers from the same brewery, so we'll just gather right at the back. We're preaching beers from Martin House Brewing. I don't know where they're at.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
You did?
Get the same from the same brewery.
Cool. But yeah, so I just realized we don't have our cups.
I guess we're winging it with the.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, we have cups up there.
Yeah, but
yeah. We don't need cups. We'll drink it out of the can. It'll be all right. So yeah, like I said, we have a lot to talk about.
I don't even remember what our last episode was about.
It was a Mortal Kombat episode. It was right before. It was actually right after Falcon Winter Soldier's season finale, because we were like, oh, we're gonna come back and do a whole episode on Falcon Winter Soldier, and
yeah, that never happened.
Yeah,
good luck with that, because I can't remember anything.
Dude, so Mortal Kombat came out in April, right? April 26th, I think.
I thought it came out in May.
Was it May? It might have been, but we're already in the mid-June. It's been a little while since we recorded an episode. I just want to drink some more beer.
Well, okay, then let's get to our beer.
We can do the whole blind thing. I mean, I know what I got. I know what we got, but just reach in there and grab one.
I'm just gonna get what I want. Well, you could go in blind, get what you want, and whatever you get, I'm gonna get the same. Well, you're already looking, cheater.
Yeah, I really want to try this. Okay, all right. Yeah, so like I said, no glasses today. We're gonna be drinking straight out of the cans. And our first beer this evening, I bought. It's
what? Sorry.
What?
Look at the can. Look at the can very closely.
Look at the can. What the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell? Okay, now I'm worried now. If you don't see that, that's another beer of theirs. It's a cinnamon one, right?
Yeah, it was that cinnamon lactose.
Yeah, we've had that on the show. They just labeled it over. Martin House.
Okay, so right now we're still in the midst of the whole COVID pandemic right now, and yesterday was my wife's birthday, so we went to Dos Llanos, yeah. And someone in our party ordered a 4-pack of beer, and from what the server was saying, is was like, okay, but we're gonna have to charge you $1 extra just because there's a shortage on aluminum.
Oh,
so I'm assuming that's what's going on here. They came out with this beer, and they're like, oh, shit, we're running out of aluminum.
Yeah, might as well get the cinnamon one that no one bought. No, I'm just kidding. So first beer of the evening, like I said, from Martin House Brewing Company in Fort Worth, Texas? Fort.
Why do you keep saying Fourth?
I don't know. It just comes out because it's Worth,
Fort
Worth, Texas. And it's just plain and simple. It's a Pina Colada. It's a coconut cream ale. With pineapple coming in at 5.4 alcohol. you know me on this show. We drink a bunch of IPAs. We've been drinking a lot of sours lately, and especially from Martin House. And so I saw this one today. I'm like, yeah, I get that one. I that's a good choice. I've never had that. It sounds good, so I'm eager to try it. But
let's get this going. Oh man, I cut my nails. I can't get. There we go. Woo.
I wish I had glasses. You could smell the coconut. Initially, you couldn't really smell anything, but then it not to drink.
Okay.
I dig it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Definitely got that pina colada flavor going on there.
But it's not too heavy on coconut. Like
it's not that I could taste a lot of coconut. I don't know about you. I taste a lot of coconut. It's not heavy on the pineapple, that's for sure.
Yeah, I cannot taste pineapple at all. I could just taste the colada,
Well, the colada is the coconut.
Yeah. I figured that much. I mean, Anyway, it's good. I like it. I mean, would I buy another 6-pack?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. It's better than some of the other beers. I'll say that much. Better than that grape sour. Ugh, that one was rough, boy.
I don't even think I tried that one.
That one was rough. So yeah, guys. I mean, a lot's happened since our last episode. Like I said, last episode we did a review of Mortal Kombat. Dang, that seems like so long ago. But nah, man, we have so much to talk about. Even told Steven, I was like, dude, we gotta record an episode. And we just got to just talk. Like I know, like usually we try to pick a movie to kind of break down, or like we dive into shows or whatever. But like I said, so much has happened. We've fucking Winter Soldier finished, which obviously our last episode is right when it finished. Since then, we've gotten Bad Batch, which I haven't seen the latest episode. Have you?
No, I didn't see
I haven't seen the latest yet.
The latest one. Which
I'm actually really, really enjoying. We'll get into it more. We also got the start of Loki, which that's a big thing and a pleasant surprise. We got some movies like The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. What other movies did we watch? Damn. I hate it. It's kind of like going to the grocery store and you're like, I know I came here for something. What the fuck was it?
What was I supposed to get?
And I guarantee you, like after we do the show, we're gonna be like, that's what we want to fucking talk about.
That was the other movie we forgot to discuss.
Yeah, but also some news that Steven didn't really know about, which we're gonna get into right after this. Also some music. I mean, some one or more albums have come out since we last recorded, and one from our favorite band, or one of our favorite bands, Atreyu. So, and it's to me it's a significant album because it's the first album without lead singer Alex V. I'm just gonna call him V. I can't pronounce his last name, but without the heavy vocalist Alex, he's not in it. So
the main vocalist.
Yeah. So that's why we're gonna talk about it. But yeah, man. And then like I said, we have we did a trip 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago, and we want to tell you about that trip because it was awesome. I loved it. But yeah, so Heroes, Batman. Y'all know Batman. So it came out this week that obviously Harley Quinn, the DC show, animated series, it's coming on its third season. Gonna be coming out soon.
Okay.
I've only seen the first season.
I've seen both seasons.
I haven't.
The second season was really good.
I got to go back and watch the second season.
I think I know where you're going at now because earlier you brought it up and I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And I go, "Oh, save it for the show. We're gonna discuss this." And I think I know where you're going with this, and that is kind of weird.
So it came out earlier this week. During the interview, one of the creators or somebody who worked on the Harley Quinn show came out and said that in the third season there was going to be an episode in which Batman is performing oral sex on Catwoman. Because I mean the show, I wouldn't call the show raunchy because it's not. I feel like raunchy is being dirty and being obnoxious for the sake of being funny. That's what I feel obnoxious is. This is just
raunchy was kind of like the 80 movies of like Revenge of the Nerds, Porky's. I think those were kind of like raunchy
maybe
movies.
like early American Pie, you know, like the first one maybe.
Maybe.
You know? Like that was raunchy in the 90s. None of the teen movie was raunchy, you know, like it's not so much parody, but it's also just it's aware of itself. And I feel like Harley Quinn series is not that. Like, I mean, it knows what it is because it's you know, like there's cussing, but it doesn't overdo it. It doesn't overdo it to where it's like, okay, we get it, you know? Like it's just being itself, I guess if you could say that for our Harley Quinn show. And I like it. I dig it. I think it's really good. I think it's funny. King Shark is like the standout to me, always gonna be the standout to me. So yeah, in the third season there was a scene that I guess they shot it because it's animation, but that where
they
Batman
drew it.
Batman was performing oral sex, and DC and Warner Brothers nicked it, and they're like, no, we gotta take that out because heroes don't do that. Because we're trying to sell toys of Batman, and we can't sell toys of Batman when he's going down on Catwoman.
Well, I mean, you can. It just wouldn't be for kids.
So that in itself has caused a whirlwind of just discussion online. Like I said, you know me, I listen to podcasts every day, and like they're just like, wait, so you're trying to tell me that in Batman v Superman he's over here killing guys, but him going down on Catwoman, eating a cat, as they say, that's too far? That's too far? I mean, come on. In The Killing Joke, the animated movie, he bangs Batwoman or Batgirl, who is younger than him and is also the daughter of his close confidant, Commissioner Gordon, you know?
Yeah.
And they showed that, and that was weird.
And in Batman Mask of the Phantasm, it was implied that he was getting laid.
Yeah.
With the who ended up being the Phantasm. I forgot what her character name was on the cartoon, but I mean there was that scene, you know, they kiss and then it shoots off into the like the sky and say, okay, we know what's going on there.
You're gonna stand there and tell me that Val Kilmer's Batman did not eat out Nicole Kidman.
No.
Because, oh my God. Those lips and Nicole Kidman, Val Kilmer had the most luscious lips as a Batman. But, yeah, that's what they came out and said, that heroes don't do that. Like, what? Like, I'm pretty sure there's comics where Batman's done some raunchy stuff or, you know, done some crazy stuff, and you're going to draw the line of him eating out Catwoman on a show that's like...
I mean... Come on, he only has a son. You know, there's only one way to do that.
Yeah, so, and on top of that, both Val Kilmer and Zack Snyder have tweeted their opinions on it. Val Kilmer tweeted a short scene from, remember on Batman Forever when him and Nicole Kidman are sitting on the rooftop and they're talking, and it's just like, yeah, we know what happened. And then Zack Snyder, he tweeted a photo of Batman basically eating out Catwoman. Like, what do you call it?
I mean, Michael Keaton's Batman banged Vicky Vale in Batman.
Yeah, Zack Snyder tweeted this out. He says, canon.
Oh, I think they get it.
Okay, I'm just making sure. But I just thought that was a funny kind of like news topic to jump off of because like what? Like, I love Batman. I like to imagine he you know, munches the cat, you know?
He gets his fair share.
Yeah. I just thought that was pretty funny. I'm surprised you didn't hear about it though. I was... Well,
I mean, again, I saw that, you know, Warner Brothers had snipped a clip from the Harley Quinn show. Well, at first when I first saw it, it said movie. I might have misread it, but I was like, "Is it a Harley Quinn movie?" I was like, "Whatever." So, you know, I saw that, but I didn't like really read into it, like what they were talking about. And I kept seeing it, but I just didn't really read into it. And,
I saw it like on Instagram that day it happened, and then like the next day it was on all the podcasts started coming out, and they're like, every podcast title was like, Batman doesn't eat the cat? Question mark? Like, I'm just like, oh my God, stop. Like, It was pretty funny. It was a pretty fun day for podcast that day. But yeah, man, I thought that was pretty funny. To start off with. Speaking of
too much or not too much.
I know. Right? Speaking of Batman, I know you're pretty excited because a new trailer for Titan season 3 has come out. Oh my
god!
And I saw it, and in the beginning, it's heavily implied that someone's gonna be introduced. Joker, because they're in a circus. Is that not implied?
Well, not only that, but there was already rumors that Jason Todd was gonna veer off from the Titans and kind of start doing his own thing because he's kind of just been that wild factor in the team. And
so Jason Todd and Dick Grayson are both in the Titans.
Yes. So
Dick Grayson's Nightwing though, right?
Well, yeah. He in season 2 he finally embraced the
Nightwing.
The Nightwing, which was freaking amazing. Again, I mean, I like the show. I really enjoy it, but just one thing that kind of just bothers me about the show is that they don't really, their storytelling is not quite there yet. And I mean, there's just too much kind of going on, and they start off really good, introducing a big villain in season 2, which was Deathstroke, and everybody was super excited about that, but we barely got anything from it.
Well, it seems like you didn't get more in this.
And it was
season.
It was more focused on his daughter. Yeah, but spoilers. I don't know if he's gonna come back. I'm just gonna put it that way. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I mean, it's a really good show. So I mean, and then for them to do this, I mean, when I first saw the trailer, I mean, from the beginning, you see the patrol car, 2 cops coming out of the car, but in the background, if you really look, you see the bat signal. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Which that was another thing.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
they introduced Bruce Wayne in season 2.
Oh, okay.
And then of course you get the joke, the Joker laugh, and then Jason Todd's investigating. So, and then you actually see what we. Hoping and thinking this is the Joker, possibly beating Jason Todd to the point of death, because that's
death in the family, obviously storyline. That was something because I saw the trailer and I guess I didn't catch that because immediately after that I started seeing reports like, hints at the Joker and the death in the family storyline, the next Titans. I'm like, wait, what? I was like, I didn't see any Joker. Like I saw the hints. I was like, but. I guess I must have missed that.
It was real quick. It was like real quick. You just see like someone just like that, and then they showed a crowbar full of blood, and it's like, oh, dude.
Like that's cool. I just hate catching up with the shows.
But again, because it was already said, and I had read something a while back, pretty much like maybe like a few weeks after season 2 had already finished. Of Titans, that Jason Todd was going to take on the Red Hood costume. So I was like, oh, hell yeah. I was wondering how they're going to do it, because in this, I guess, I don't know, I'm just going to say, in this universe of Titans, Bruce Wayne is pretty old already. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know if, the guy that's playing Bruce Wayne is going to don the cape and cowl.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I started watching Titans and it kind of threw me for a loop. I'm just like, what? Like,
because there's just so much going on, and again, their storytelling is just not quite there.
And in the first season, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, I know for majority you have a lot of Raven is kind of like
she's like the center of the whole thing.
Yeah, center of the whole thing, and then you have what's her name? Starfire, and like she's completely different, which I didn't mind at all, but just like, okay, where are we going with this? And then you have, and it wasn't the first season like at the end, kind of like real heavily with Dick Grayson and Batman. Or was that second season?
That's second season.
Oh, okay. So, but they like, yeah, they're like, I hated that in the second season. They're just like, we still got Batman, like let's lean on that. I'm just like, no, like this is the Titans show.
And like, I really hated that they drug on for 2 seasons. Dick Grayson, what his purpose was going to be, and
you could have done in the first season, knocked it out,
pretty much.
Yeah, knocked it out, and he could have been have been Nightwing by the time second season starts. Like he's Nightwing, so you give him that room to like grow and learn as a new superhero, quote unquote.
Because I think he just wore the Robin costume like once or twice. I could only remember one time that in one of the shows that he was wearing the costume, but I mean there could have been other things. And then yeah, I don't know. Again, I enjoy it. I dig it. It just the storytelling is just way out there, and that's just kind of my issue with it, and kind of my issue with everything that DC does live action.
Yeah, and I was about to jump into something else, something that just dropped today. I don't know if you've seen it. Well, I know recently they've been dropping like hints for the new Flash movie.
Yeah,
like they've been dropping like Batman symbol. Like they going with the old school symbol. It looks different, but it's it's still
it's supposed to be the Tim Burton.
Yeah, Tim Burton one. And then
Michael Keaton.
And then they dropped the Flash, like his new suit, but like they don't show the suit. They just show the logo on the chest. And then today they dropped Supergirl's logo. I'm like, oh shit! Like that looks cool because it's the same Superman logo, but it has like the inscriptions, like the little texture on it.
Yeah,
and it's like red and it's like blue on the bottom. Like that's pretty fucking cool. Like I like that, but I was all like damn, like I feel like again, it happened back in 2016 where we had DC and Marvel both creating similar content with Civil War and Batman Superman came out the same year, hero versus hero. Now we're getting them playing with time and ultimate alternative universes. You got Marvel with Loki, just going batshit crazy, and then you got over here, the Flash movie that's supposed to like bring in Michael Keaton back and a Tim Burton Batman, and
and Ben Affleck.
And yeah, I'm saying it's like so, or like,
and not only that, they're also gonna mess with the multiverse as well. Excuse me. So the what's his name? Grant
Gustin.
Mm-hmm. He's supposed to make some type of an appearance in the Flash movie.
What?
Yes.
Well, didn't Ezra Miller come out in the Flash show?
There was like a in-screen edit where he ran into him, and so yeah. Fuck? So again,
like it's exciting, but it's so like.
But it's gonna be so confusing for the average viewer.
That and also DC has a real bad track record of like keeping things cool. Like
yeah,
like they're probably gonna ruin it.
Like everything that's already happened with Batman versus Superman, Justice League, and then when we got Aquaman, so everyone's like, okay, well, when is this taking place? Is this during, before, or what's going on?
Okay, well, it's just
but then Warner Brothers is just like, no, it's just his own thing right now. That's it. No connection to anything. They didn't show or mention any of the other heroes or anything like that. And then the train wreck that it was. I'm sorry to say it in that way, but same thing with Wonder Woman 84. They're keeping her. In because obviously the first one took place in the early 1900s, which was during World War One. Yeah, and then
this one's in the 80s.
This one was in the 80s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're like keeping her real close, away from what's happening, and kind of in her own little story.
Yeah, so that way she's in her own world still, and has no clue or idea that other superheroes exist.
Okay. So, but I mean, obviously these movies can come out. We're gonna go fucking see them.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you know how I felt about the Batman, and when we got the first trailer, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, and that's it too. We still have that too. The Batman. I'm just like, oh, this audience is gonna be so confused. I feel so bad for grandma, or our friends or family that don't really know what's going on. I'm just like, okay, how much time you got? I could explain to you, but don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. I got a video I could watch at it's just how
much time you got, and do you have a dry erase board?
So yeah, so we got
See, and this is the problem with Warner Brothers. I wish they would have just not tried to catch up or stay in competition with Marvel, with the MCU. I wish they would have just kept their own thing, kept it at their own pace. Because, I mean, obviously, we're going to go see the fucking movies, whether they're a train wreck or not.
Yeah.
I mean, people still went and saw Suicide Squad, despite what, certain people say. I know you don't really like it. I enjoyed it.
That's so weird to me. Like, that you enjoy that and, like, you don't enjoy, like...
Well, because I enjoyed the characters. I really loved the characters. The story sucked, for sure.
Oh, hell yeah. I agree with you, yeah.
The story was bonkers. It was dumb. But I really enjoyed the characters. I mean, Margot Robbie did such a good job with Harley Quinn that she's reappearing. And... the most out of everyone. Mm-hmm. I can't think of the actor's name, but the guy that played Captain Boomerang, he's reprising his role in the Suicide Squad.
Jai Courtney.
What's his name? Joey or Joel McKinnon? Is that his name?
Joe McHale.
McHale.
No, that's the dude from Community.
Not McHale. Joe Kinnaman. Joe Kinnaman.
Kinnaman, yeah. He's
reprising as
Rick Flag. Yeah,
Rick Flag. And I thought he did really good. He had some stupid, corny lines, but I thought he was pretty good. And,
you'll cut and run.
And then I really, really enjoyed Will Smith as Deadshot.
Yeah, he was probably like behind Margot Robbie. He was a standout.
Yeah, and then the chick that played Katana, she was really good. Even though
this Katana, she could chop your head off with a swing of a blade. Try not to get killed by her. Her sword traps the souls of his victims. Shut up!
I just still like the way you say it. You couldn't run.
You couldn't run. Like, shut up. That's pretty good.
So I'm really curious on how because James Gunn, is obviously, what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy.
I mean, shit, he made like a group of nobodies into somebodies, like people love Guardians. So I'm eager to see what he can do with Suicide Squad, especially with the cast that we got, like it's pretty exciting. So yeah, I mean, like, I said, with the Batman news, with the the review of the symbols for the new Flash movie. What the hell is this? Probably the roof. Oh, okay, whatever. But I got a new beer.
I know. I'm trying to finish this one.
And this is a beer that Steven brought for us. Again, it's from Martin House Brewing Co. in Fort Worth, Texas. And this is Under the Pear Tree. It is a pear sour ale coming in at 5.2. And if you know Martin House, they're famous for their sour beers. Whether you like them or not. They do a lot of beers.
The salty lady. Catwoman is the salty lady.
Oh my god! No. There was
true love. Catwoman is the true love.
There was a meme that Martin House posted. People, like, someone commented, "Can you stop putting lactose in your beer?" And they commented that gif with Dr. Evil. How about no, Scott? Just like, that's pretty funny.
But I'm gonna have to agree with whoever wrote that. Like, can you not? Thanks.
Yeah. But no lactose in this one, so it's under the pear tree. The pears are pretty sour, so
I don't think pears are pretty sour unless you get them like not ripe.
It's sour. Tastes like pears. It's pretty good though. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Okay, moving on. So, before we get into, I don't want to keep drawing time out here. Okay, so we took a trip recently, and we'll get into the trip. But on the way, on the way to where we went, I was listening to an album, which is oh my god. Okay. And which is Atreyu's, I don't even know what number album this is, honestly. Atreyu, which is one of our favorite bands.
6 one?
Not even, dude. It's like 7, I want to say. Or 8.
7.
Okay, yeah.
7.
Their 7th studio album, which is called Baptize. And this is, like I said, again, I know Atreyu has been one of mine, Steven's, like bonding bands. Like he's shown to me like early on, and ever since then, like we've always been fans of them. So we always try to like make it out to go see them, you know,
we have
we've always
different opinions on
their best album.
I don't want to say best albums, but on albums, like
Yeah,
I know you like Lead Cells, and I like Conjugation of the Damned.
yeah. And you like oh no, that's a different one. Never mind. But yeah, so this is Baptized, and the reason this album for us is so significant is because this is the first album without their lead vocalist, hard vocalist or screaming vocalist, Alex V. I can't say his last name, so I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, he left the band on good terms. You know, they just parted ways. Yeah, so
supposedly left on good terms. But I was reading an article a while back when this new album was coming out, and supposedly he made some comments saying that this album was gonna be like fake heavy.
Okay.
And Brandon came back in response and was just like, you know, he's entitled to his opinion and whatnot, and you know, I still love the guy, I still respect him. You know, I'm real supportive of you know what he's gonna be doing here in the near future. Mm-hmm. He said that Alex is learning how to play other instruments and stuff like that. So I'm guessing he's gonna get a little bit more involved and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he goes, but for him to say this is fake heavy, I really don't understand it, because that he wrote half the album with them before he actually parted.
I could hear that. Like a lot of the screaming vocals, especially the screaming vocals, which the bassist Mark Porter.
Mark Knight Porter.
Yeah,
Mark
okay.
Porter
yeah,
Knight.
Mark Porter Knight.
Just Mark.
Yeah. So he came in at the tail end of the Curse tour, I guess, and he recorded Death Grip on Yesterday with them, and so a lot of the backup heavy vocals.
I don't think he came in on the tour. He was with them when they did the Curse, because he
was in the Crimson video,
and he was in the
Right Side of the Bed.
When we actually bought CDs, he was in the
Okay, so he probably came in at the end of Suicide Notes and Butterfly Kisses,
yes,
which is their first album. But yeah, so he's always kind of like done the backup screaming vocals because he has an excellent. He has an excellent scream. Excuse me.
Let me correct you there. He didn't really do the backup vocals. It was mostly just Alex and Brandon. It wasn't until when they were doing the Curse tour that Knight was opening for Norma Jean.
Because singer for Norma Jean got sick or something
with one or two songs. So yeah, he got sick, but then to kind of also help him rest his vocals, he would do like one or two songs at the beginning of the of their set, and both Alex and Brandon were like, "Holy shit, this guy can scream!"
Mm-hmm. He can.
And so that's when they did Her Portrait in Black for Underworld 2.
Yeah. And
that's when he really first got started
screaming
because in the music video he just got that part in.
But I mean, he's been really good. He has some of the best scream vocals in most of their albums. So yeah, I could tell when he's doing certain vocals in this album that I'm just like, that sounds so much like Alex.
And just quick side note, I was there when he would do the singing for Norma Jean.
So the new album is called Baptized, and like I said, you got Brandon pretty much stepping out of the drums and doing the lead vocals. You got Mark, who's the bassist. He's also screaming, and of course you still got Dan and Travis on guitar, and you got some new guy on drums. I don't know his name.
Yeah, I can't.
But listen to the album. I liked it. I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I was. But you can definitely tell the absence of Alex. And I'm not going to lie, a lot of their songs hit the same points as far as because most of these songs, and I don't know about you, but I like it when song titles are not mentioned in the actual song. Every song title they have in here, he screams it out. It's the chorus of the song. Every freaking song title, it's the chorus of the song. Dead weight, or we're underrated, or broken again. I'm just like, okay, okay, but
Warrior.
Yeah, Warrior.
Catastrophe.
Fucked up. Yeah, like I'm fucked up. We're fucked up. We're all fucked.
I don't know. Does he say underrated?
Yeah. He's just underrated. Yeah, but yeah, that's my only gripe with the album is that like I'm just like, okay, like you couldn't name the song something else, or like do you really have to say the name of the song like out loud? Like we get you have a beautiful voice, all right? Like just take it easy, all right? Take it easy, guy.
So my thing with the album, I like it. I enjoyed it. Is it one of their best? Definitely not. I'm gonna straight up just say that it's definitely not one of their best.
I think it's better than their last one.
It's fuck no. I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. Hell, fucking no.
Okay.
Definitely not. And the only reason why, one of the main things I really have an issue with this album is they all sound the same. Every song pretty much sounds the same. And they definitely have a different tone to it.
I won't fight you on that. They do sound the same.
I feel like the tone they're kind of going for is like a medieval type thing. Mm-hmm. Okay, think of it this way. Every song that I listen to on this album reminds me of Killswitch doing Holy Diver. It's
fuck you, okay? This is probably a dong take for me or whatever. I hate Holy Diver. I cannot stand that song, and I hate Killswitch's cover. I do not like it. I'm just like,
okay. So every time I hear Catastrophe, I think Holy Diver, and when you go back and listen to it, you'll see why. Because he kind of does like he tries to almost like does like a little accent when he's singing
Holy Diver.
So I can't think of the lyric right now, but like yeah, just go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
It's either Catastrophe or Underrated. It's definitely one of those two songs, and I'm just like, and then especially Warrior. Warrior is by far the bottom of that whole list of songs, which
and that was their
first single. Yeah.
You know why it's bottom? Because Travis Barker's in it.
He's not even in it. He's just fucking. Yeah.
Like, why don't you just get a fucking marching band? Like, he does the same fucking thing as a fucking marching band. Like, ugh. Stop dating a Kardashian already.
And I know how much you love Travis Barker.
I love Blink. I've always was into Travis Barker, but it's just like nowadays it's just like his features are so like just passed out. Like, oh, you get a feature. He's on the Suicide Boy album. That's how much he features himself on albums. It's so annoying.
Well, it's just like Mark. Mark is in like every pop.
Yeah, it is true. Yeah, Mark Hoppus.
Band.
Yeah, he's in every pop punk band's album.
Everything from Simple Plan to
Neck Deep
to All Time Low to Stay Tonight Alive. It's like Mark's like getting everything.
I'm pretty sure he sings the same thing every time. But I didn't hate the album. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Again, I didn't hate it. I do have some good, some favorite songs. One of my favorite songs is definitely Weed.
Yeah, Weed's good. I like Sabotage Me, and I like.
And then I loved Underrated when it first came out.
Yeah.
That was one of their other ones that came out.
But yeah, I would not fight you in the fact that a lot of their songs in this album sound exactly the same.
Yeah, and again, I would strongly disagree with you that you say that this album's better than the last. It's definitely not. And one of the things too is I really wish that they would have stayed with what they did with Live to Labor.
Oh, that album is amazing.
Everybody always dismisses that album, and it's so good.
That was like their comeback album.
Yeah, and I told you when it first came out, I go, this is probably by far one of their heaviest albums.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that album is fucking badass. But yeah, I mean, I like it, and I remember I told you about it, you're like, I'm like, oh my god. But we're gonna take a quick break real fast, use the restroom and stuff, and we got a lot of more stuff to talk to you guys about, and we got some more beers, so we'll see you in a little while. And we are back, and I took a piss. I'm surprised you didn't go restroom.
Well, not. Now that you mention, I'm probably gonna have to go here in a little bit.
Or if you have to go, I'll be able to stop for time. So we tackled some DC news and stuff, and we talked about Treyu's newest album, Baptize. Like I was saying that I listened to the album on the way on our trip. Your boys went to go visit
your boys.
Shiner Sproats Brewery in Shiner, Texas, and man, if that didn't light a fire on their asses to like want to do more fucking brewery tours, then I don't know what the hell will, because that, like, I don't know, like, because I think I was really proud of it, because like Shiner is a beer that's not only in Texas but it's like enjoyed all around the world. Like it's, like it's a beer that gets out there. Like you're not gonna find the Martin House beer in California. Maybe you will if you go to like a special shop, but you're not gonna find that there. You'll find a Shiner. You'll find a Shiner, and Shiner has like this aura around it for me, like, because it's one of the, I wouldn't say one of the big beers, but it's one of the well-known beers. So for us to be able to visit the brewery and get, and not only that, but visit the brewery when they've already like kind of like touched up their tour, like where they have videos.
Oh yeah, they really
like,
did it.
Because you've been before that,
I went
right?
before, and I don't think they were doing construction at the time, but it was like before you would just go, and you're like, okay, I'm here for the tour. I can't remember if we paid. I think we did. I don't remember.
Hey, fuck it, even if we did, it's
but then like they just gave you tokens, and then at that, like, they didn't give you full pours. They gave you samples. And I mean, it wasn't like samples, like, how you go to some of the breweries and they give you like that little sample. No, it was like at least like a good 10 ounce
little glass
or something, maybe something a little smaller, but it wasn't. They weren't full pours, and the tour took at least no more than like 15 at most 20 minutes, and it was basically just them showing us the brass fermenters and where they package and everything, and then all right, that's it. And a brief history. They did have some other stuff that they would have there. But like now, like, because when we went, I was like, do I have to go on the tour? I already did the tour. And I was like, whatever, we'll go again. And when they took us and they're like, okay, we're going to go all the way to the other side of the building. And I was like, wait, what? They don't remember going that way. We just went up like right here where these stairs are at. And so when they took us up there, and it's like this whole thing, and then they're like, oh, we're going to show you a video. It's like, what? Like, dang.
And not only was like it was a good video too, like, like it wasn't cheesy. It reminded me a lot of Jurassic Park with Mr. DNA. It reminded me a lot of that.
Pretty much, yeah.
But it was really like, I mean, it was really cool. Just to see,
especially the part where the fermenting video. Like, was it the fermenting, or it was showing about the hops and the yeast.
Oh yeah. We're in that big old room. And it's like just one big old screen.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. But yeah, like, no, also like where they package and they can, they bottle all this stuff, and it's like, man, this is a big old moving machine. And like, I mean, the production line was closed that day, so they weren't working. But like, how cool would it be to see those people in action, or to see the machine in action, like with the kegs? And I thought it was really cool. And yeah, like, because it's different here in San Antonio, where we have these breweries, and they're also licensed to sell beer on property. That's why that most of these places have tap rooms. Well, Shiner is a brewery. Not only is it a brewery, it's a brewery that makes and distributes beer nationally or even internationally, like across the world. So it's a big brewery.
I forgot where you said that they found it somewhere.
Like, they even had a map of like during the tour, like, here's a map of the whole world. If you're out of country, or you're here like visiting, like, put where you're coming from, you know, and where you've gotten a beer before. And there was beers like in Alaska, like beers like there was none in Australia, none in Japan. There were some in India. Like I'm just like, damn, like freaking
Puerto Rico.
yeah, Puerto Rico, yeah, like
Portugal.
Like a lot of these places get Shiner beer. Like that's pretty cool, and you know, and still like they don't technically serve beer. You can't buy beer there. You can't exchange money for a beer. What you do is you pretty much you pay for your tour. You get some tokens, or you can just go and buy tokens, and you know, like they're like what, like 2 for $5 or something like that.
Yeah, it was 2 for $5 or 5 for 10. Something.
And then at that, like they have like you know whatever they've been brewing lately. You know, like
which is not bad if you think about it. If you're getting excuse me, if you're getting like
2 for $5,
2 for $5.
Usually that's one beer here.
Yeah, $5 or $6 is like one beer. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes you're paying a little bit more than that depending on the alcohol volume.
Yes, and so my first beer of the day was the IPA, the Juicy IPA.
Of course.
What was yours?
The Weiss, the Benar.
Oh, okay, the Burley White. Okay, yeah, and I don't know, I just like I loved it there. I loved it. I was just like, man, this place is fucking cool. We got a nice little buzz going, and I think it was just like an honor, like just to be able to, and like they even have a room with a bunch of old school Shiner glasses, or like we have that one. We have like Shiner bottles. We have that one. Like we literally have a closet full of Shiner beers. Like,
yeah,
literally. Like, and we have a shelf right here with like the 2 bottom shelves full of Shiner beers. Then we also have more boxes in this closet off over here. And yeah, there's more.
See, one thing I was surprised that they didn't have the old school Oktoberfest that we got down there. They only have the new version of it in their case.
Okay, so it isn't like that no more, right?
No, it definitely doesn't look like that no more.
Yeah, that's true.
And the other thing too was, I mean, it was a really good tour. I was really happy that we went back on the tour again. And before, like I said, you couldn't even you would just go there, get your samples, and then pretty much just leave. That was it.
Yeah, now they have the games playing.
Yeah, now you can stay there, hang out. They had live music and a musician come in, and you know it was almost like, you know, like just going to a tap room.
I do know they close early though, right? Like they close like at 6 or something.
Probably.
Yeah, they close really early, but I mean, yeah, I mean, if you ever get and the tour, it's not even a lot. It's $10 or 15 or 20, right?
Yeah, and each one you get something different. So the $10 one, you get 2 tokens and a glass. The $15 one, which is the one that I got, you get
2 tokens.
Was it 2 or 3?
Might have been 3. 3 tokens.
2 or 3 tokens, a glass, a bag,
different glass,
a bag,
sunglasses,
and some sunglasses. And then the $20 one was you get 4 tokens and everything from the $15.
Yeah, you just get everything else.
You just get a few extra tokens.
You know, which isn't bad. I mean, like $10 for a fucking tour, like that's fucking cool. And you go back and buy some more tokens.
Yeah, and $20 you get 4 tokens, a glass, and a couple of other things.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. I was like, oh, that's pleasantly cool.
But yeah, no, I loved every part of it. It was, I mean, I know we're from Texas, but for me it was like a you know, quote unquote once in a lifetime experience. Like visiting that's, at least for me, the biggest brewery I've been to. I mean, I think second to that is Alamo. That's the biggest brewery I've been to. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool to see it like on that kind
and which
of
is
scale.
weird because Alamo's like a pretty big thing here in San Antonio, and I mean, no offense, but they didn't have nothing compared to what Shiner is. But Shiner's been around for a long time too.
Yeah,
and I again, that video that they showed, I really loved the history of it and how the brewmaster went to jail during Prohibition.
Yeah, and
that's the other thing that was cool too, was that they have, as long as they've been around, they haven't had very many brewmasters. I think they're on their 4th or 5th.
I think he's on like 5th of them. I was like, God damn! Since the start, y'all have 5 brewmasters. Like, fuck. And it's cool too because like the guy that was giving us a tour, he worked. He still works for Shiner, and now he's like granddaughter is like being
she's like a marketer now.
yeah.
For
So like,
Shiner.
I'm just like that's cool.
And they gave her a full
scholarship. Yeah.
And they offered her a job too, which was fuck. I would have loved to have something like that.
Hell yeah.
And then see, he didn't mention it in this one, but I remember when I first took the tour, the girl that gave us a tour, and I'm pretty sure they still do this. But if you're an employee of Shiner, you get like so many cases for free a month. And I know like a lot of them would save their cases for the holidays. So then when the holidays come, they just pick up all their cases and have big old parties and stuff.
God damn.
This is like, dude.
But yeah, it was a pretty good experience. I loved it. I mean, I would definitely go back just to go to the tap room and eat some local food there or something. Like it's really good. Not that far of a drive from San Antonio, at least.
It was like a good hour and a half.
It was a good Atreyu album. But yeah, man, I mean, like, that was pretty fun. I mean, if you guys follow us on social media, you guys know that we were already there, and I highly suggest it.
If you haven't been there, yes, definitely go. If you have been there, go again and do the new tour. It is worth it. It was really entertaining.
Hey, that peach Shiner tasted delicious on tap. I'm gonna say that much. Might it was good.
That premium or
the premium. You got the premium one,
right? Was it the premium?
Oh no, you got the Brewer's Pride. That's what you're talking about, right?
Pride. Ah, dude, that one was good, but freesh, that one was high in content. Because apparently, I didn't know this. They make that one in a barrel age barrel that had wine in it. So when you drink it, you could actually kind of taste the wine flavor.
Yeah, it was I remember that. It was barrel aged in a wine barrel, and I was like, that's cool because like the wood soaks in the wine, so you age it with the beer and it just like kind of mixes a little bit. That's cool. Science.
Science.
But yeah, I mean, moving along with the train, we.
So you were saying like,
all right, okay.
If this doesn't inspire us at all to do more brewery tours, I mean, it really did because I'm really ready to go back out and start doing some more brewery tours. I mean, I know we had Backfish scheduled before the pandemic happened. I was super excited for that.
Dude, and you know what sucks more about that is that I haven't seen any of their beers since the pandemic.
Oh, damn.
I haven't seen any of their beers. I'm like, no, it was so good. I mean, it might be dumber things, but yeah, no, definitely, like, I know we want to take a trip up to Houston for sure, visit our boy Mike.
We definitely want to go back, visit Mike, do some brewery tours over there, visit some breweries over there for sure. And I know we've also discussed, maybe getting in contact with some of the ones that we've done in the past. Unfortunately, I know there's one for sure that's no longer around, but we would definitely like to get in touch with the with others, and I know we've reached out to them. I have, and they've all been on board and said, yeah, just let us know, and because we really want to discuss to them and see how things went for them during this whole thing, and now that things are kind of slowly getting back to the way they used to be, but everyone's still pretty cautious. Definitely want to talk about that with them and how they handled everything, because I know even a couple of breweries here in San Antonio had opened right when the pandemic happened.
Tostianos, Black Lab, yeah, and they're still going strong. I mean, fuck it. But yeah, why don't you fill the time while I go to the restroom
again?
I'll be right back.
Oh, really?
2 seconds.
Again. Well, okay. Well, it's a good thing we got this camera, because now it's just pointed at me. But yeah, I mean, I'm ready to go back out there and get in contact with some more breweries again, and just see what's up. And I know one that I really want to go visit in Houston is Buffalo Bayou, and oh man, they have some really good beers. My favorite beer from them is their dreamsicle, which is really really good. If you haven't had their dreamsicle, I would definitely recommend that one. It's really good. Uh, Man, I would even love to go Dallas and Fort Worth. Just see. Maybe even try to visit Martin House. We've been featuring a lot of their beers, and it'd be pretty cool to go visit them, see everything that's going on. And he's back.
Oh shit! Oh, there you go. Yeah, sorry about that. So, trying to think of what to tackle next. Dude, we have so much to talk about. I know last weekend, I think it was last weekend, we finally got the third installment of Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. And, I mean, from the first one, when the first movie came out, like, I remember saw that one in theaters, that one scared the crap out of me. Like, I remember walking out of the Conjuring, the first one, I'm like, like, I just felt, like, I gotta shake it off of me, shake the demons off of me. And, so the second one, I didn't see in theater. I saw it when it come out on digital or whatever, Blu-ray, which it was still good. I think it was a little, it came in on a close second for the, compared to the first one. And so, I mean, and then plus you got all the spin-offs, the Annabelles, the Nun, the La Llorona, which out of all of them, I think unfortunately, I think I like Llorona.
Which is funny because La Llorona really doesn't feature
the characters.
Ed and Lorraine Warren. The only thing that ties them together is that the father that played the guy that played the father or the priest in the first Annabelle movie comes out in La Llorona, and he's just pretty much saying like, I have seen evil firsthand.
Yeah. So we finally.
But again, I don't even know if La Llorona was just a movie that was just made.
I think it is in the Conjuring universe.
Or no, because all the Conjurings are supposedly based on true stories. Like the Nun is supposed to be a true story. Annabelle is based on a true story. All the Conjuring movies are based on true stories.
I don't know. I mean,
we know La Llorona here in.
I'm about to say that. I was like,
South Texas.
I was like, you live in San Antonio. You know the story. Yeah.
But the movie based it in California.
I hate that. I hate that people are like, oh yeah, I know Mexican food. I've been to California. No, you haven't, because they don't know what bean and cheese are.
No, they don't. What? Just beans and.
I mean, I don't know if bean and cheese is a Mexican thing or is it just like a
I think it's just a Tex-Mex thing, but
it's the best Tex-Mex things come out. It's shit's so good.
And then the other thing that pisses me off is like, Austin, home of the best tacos, and
fuck off.
Like, fuck, yeah. Like, hell no.
No. Our city is literally a Spanish name. Come on now. Like, but anyway, so we got the third.
I know, right? Austin.
I know.
So Caucasian.
Austin is such a white boy name, right? Like, Austin's such a white boy name, and like, oh, it's whatever. I'm like, no, we're San Antonio. Come on.
Come on, Holmes.
So yeah, we finally got the third Conjuring movie, which okay, I'll admit, I was super excited for it when it first was announced, but my excitement kind of died out because of how fast it came out. I didn't know they were filming it. I didn't know like this and that. Like, and they're like, oh, it's on HBO Max. I'm like, it feels like a straight to streaming kind of, but I get the whole deal that they made. I'm just like, it just felt kind of like that straight to streaming kind of feel to it. But watching the movie, I quite enjoyed it. I will say this, it's not scary. Not scary at all. The first one is scary. The second one is pretty scary. This one was not scary, but I do like the story. What did you think about it?
I mean, it was good. It was definitely entertaining for what it was. I mean, yeah, it wasn't scary, but there were a couple of jump scares, that kind of got me. Which is, it's like, I know they're coming, but they still fucking get me. And, I mean, again, yeah, I enjoyed the story as well. Just because I get really interested in those kind of, like, ghost stories and like, legends and stuff like that. Urban legends and things like that. And that's pretty much like what this one was. It was just a kind of just like a straight up ghost story, an urban legend kind of thing.
What do you want, Pina Colada or the sour?
I'll take the sour. And so yeah, I mean, it was really entertaining for me. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I know my son watched it and he liked it.
Your son is like one of those. Well, he's like what I used to do when I was younger. Like, watch scary movies, like commentating about it, so I won't be so scared. Oh shit! No, don't go in there. No, don't go in there. Oh no, there's a ghost in there. I know there's a ghost in there. You're gonna see the ghost. You can get scared. Watch. You need to watch. Everybody watch. Like,
Watch.
I'm like, I say, shut up.
I told you.
I knew the ghost was coming out. I wasn't scared. Yes, you were. It's just like, he's funny. But yeah, like I said, like I definitely noticed.
I really enjoyed the beginning of it.
With the kid.
That
was pretty rough. Yeah. But you could really, and the thing is, like, I remember listening to a review and someone was like, you could really tell the absence of James Wan. I'm like, he's in the movie. Like, I mean, he didn't direct it, which you could clearly, you know, I guess see because the first two are directed by James Wan. But I'm like, he's still in the movie. Like,
he was still there.
I'm surprised that he's still in there. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. But I liked it. I mean, like I said, like, it wasn't scary. Like, it was a good. For me, it was just a good movie. That's all it was for me. It was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. It was a nice change of pace to, like, instead of them chasing after a ghost, they're chasing after someone that's bringing the ghost.
Yeah. Like that. Well, it was chasing someone that was bringing the ghost.
Yeah. So it's just like that's what I kind of enjoyed about it. And yeah, I liked it. I mean, I did. I liked it.
I enjoyed it.
Am I convincing you or myself? I don't know what's going on right now. Huh? I was like, am I convincing you or myself? I don't know what's going on.
It was good. I liked it.
It was good.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, so have you got any other movies in HBO Max? I know this week we got In the Heights, which is a musical, which I'm not really too, into. Which that itself has its own stupid controversy. I'm not even want to fucking get into it. It's so stupid.
I'll ask you after behind the scenes. No, I mean, the other thing that we've just been getting is well, we got Bad Batch, which is so amazing, so good, so many cameos and backstories to it. I really, really loved that first episode.
So for these that don't know, we're moving on from Conjuring, going on a Bad Batch.
I definitely teared up on it.
Which one? Okay. So
on the first episode.
Oh, okay. All right, I get you.
When they give Order 66.
Mm-hmm. So, for those of you who don't know, Bad Batch was it's a group of. It's basically it's self-explanatory. They're a bad batch of clones. Like they're clones that came out, I guess, quote unquote, defective. They each have their own special kind of ability. Some are smart, some are strong, some are hunters. Get it? Hunter is a hunter.
Yeah.
And I know they debuted in the final season 7 of the final season of Clone Wars. They had a couple episodes where they were introduced, and that's when Echo was kind of like made a member, I guess, because I guess that's
when they found, because he was already missing. He was captured, and then they found him, and then he just didn't feel accepted by his brothers.
Yeah,
because the Senate, was it?
The Republic.
No, because.
Because there was
the separatists.
Oh, separatists. Okay, yeah.
The separatists, which all the droids had, what would you say? Frankenstein him pretty much.
Oh, okay, yeah, they were doing experiments and stuff.
Yeah, they were doing experiments and him, trying to get info out of him and stuff like that. So then the Bad Batch, welcomed him to the team, and so that's why he was.
So it's for those who know the Bad Batch, it's Wrecker, who's like the brute strong one. You have Crosshair, who's the sniper, who's the evil one. That voice though, that voice is scary. You got Tech, who's obviously the tech guy, the smart one. You got Hunter, who is the leader of the group, which is he's good at tracking. He's a hunter, you know. And now you got Echo. Echo is the newcomer, not so much the newcomer no more because we got Bad Batch. We finally got Bad Batch this season. It's the next animated show in the Star Wars universe, and I love it. Like, not only do I love it, but like the way it looks too. Like the animation, it looks so good. Like you mentioned earlier, we have a lot of cameos. In the first episode, we get
the animation in it. They really, really, really have improved since they started the Clone Wars.
hell yeah. The first Clone Wars is like, it looks like Samurai Jack. You know, like it's that kind of animation. I'm just like, ew. But like now it's like it's completely different style of animation that like molds animation into like realness. Like, because there's this one scene, I think it's in episode 3 where Fennec shows up and like she's on a thing and it crashes, she jumps off, and like the camera pans on her and her eyes, but in the background you see the explosion. I'm like, and she just gives this badass look. I'm like, that's fucking cool. Like, hell yeah. But man, dude, I'm loving the bad. I'm pretty sure once we're finished here, we're gonna go down and watch the next episode. But I'm loving it. Like, and granted, like I haven't like, you know, caught up with the Clone Wars. You know,
Well, did you like the one episode where they were trying to get the what do you call it, that creature thing?
Oh, what they call them? He had a name, no.
But it's from Return of the Jedi.
Oh, the Rancor.
The Rancor.
The Rancor.
And that Fortuna came out.
Yes, I'm like, that's the fucking Rancor that Luke kills. I'm like, no, it's a baby.
It's a baby.
I was like, get the fuck
You
out
gonna
here.
die.
I was like, come on now. Like, but yeah, I like that. And it's also cool to see because like the show is primarily based.
I like that they brought back the sisters from season 7.
Okay, yeah. See, I didn't see that.
You saw season 7 of Clone
Well,
Wars, right?
I watched the second half of season 7. I didn't watch
okay.
the first because I knew there was a lot of like quote unquote filler episodes or just like episodes, throwaway episodes. So I was like, I want to see the real shit. I want to see fucking the Order 66. And it's pretty cool because in the first episode of Bad Batch, they show Order 66. And like I said, these are a Bad Batch of clones. And they are clones.
And we get a cameo from Rebels.
Right, we get Kanan,
Who at the time goes by Caleb.
Caleb.
When he was a young Padawan.
Yeah. Who still who still has the voice of a 40-year-old Freddie Prinze Jr.
That's what really not scared me, made me like tear up, because and he talks about it in Rebels, you know, what his the last thing he remembers, the last thing that his master told him, and then they actually show it, you know, and you hear her say it, and I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
But I love it. And, you know, like, people keep saying, like, because people, you know, these are 30-minute, 25-minute episodes.
Except for the first one.
Yeah, the first one's like an hour long.
Almost.
And, you know, this is an animated show. It's like 25 minutes. And people are like, okay, what's going to happen now? Like, can we get to it? I'm like, it's 16 episodes. Like, chill. Like, relax. Like,
Hello, the Clone Wars did the same thing. Rebels did the same thing.
yeah, like you like don't expect something extreme to happen every single week. Although I do hear this week's episode's pretty good, but
but by the way,
but like, yeah, like, you know, people were like, oh, let's get on with it already. I'm like, just chill. Like, this is not a live action Mandalorian or Marvel show. Like, you know, like, they're gonna take their time, you know, and who knows if we're getting a second season or not, you know. I kind of hope we don't. I hope it's a one-off. And, you know, I hope, like, we get
I could see this going on for a few more. And I could see them expanding the universe more.
Well, see, because people keep saying, like, well, what about Rebels? Where were the Bad Batch? Why weren't they there? You know, like, obviously. So, like, people are looking at this in, like, the same way they looked at...
And that's the thing. I could see this at least going for at least... maybe 3 to 4 seasons at least, because Rebels was only 3 seasons.
I thought it was 4.
Well, either way, Rebels was only 3 or 4 seasons, you know.
Yeah, and they cut it good. Like, they cut it off good. Like, I'm just like, okay, just cut it off. It's fine, you know. But like, many people are like, you know, like, are asking, you know, during
And I could see this going, Bad Batch going 3 or 4 seasons, and I can see it ending real sad.
Yes, I could. Yes, because people are gonna die. I mean, they're gonna die, and like, especially because like they're using this time, the beginning of the time, to build up the relationship with Omega, and the Bad Batch, especially with like her and Hunter and her and Wrecker. Like it's. And for a while, they had Wrecker on this thing, like, oh, my head, like, oh, he keeps hitting his head, and like that the inhibitor chip is kicking in. He's like, good soldiers follow orders, and just like, and like this last episode they took fucking chips out. They're like, oh, that's done. We tackle with that. Like I'm like, oh shit, that was faster than I thought. Okay, so I'm eager to see what this next episode is gonna be about, because I'm just like, because we haven't seen Crosshair in like what 3 episodes.
2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah,
at least 2
Crosshair is
sure.
part of the Bad Batch, but he's the one that like
his
following orders.
His inhibitor chip really did kick in.
Yeah, so he's like on the hunt for like their their enemies of the Empire now. So like, dude, that voice, he has such a snaky voice. Like, how can he not?
It's like a snake.
Yeah, like he goes, like, but it's pretty funny though. Like. I love this. I love the show. We like you said, we've had a bunch of special appearances and cameos. You like you said, you have what's not Rex? What's the other guy's name in the first? Another one. They ran into him.
Well, they ran into Rex.
Yeah, no, they ran into Rex in last episode.
He was from the second episode. Right? You're talking about the clone that they went to go visit?
Yeah, I forgot his name though.
I forgot his name.
But yeah, there's him, and then Bit Fortuna, and then you got the twin, the sisters, and then Grand Admiral,
and what's her face? The bounty hunter. Finnick.
Yeah, Finnick.
Well, I wonder who she was talking to.
Do you think she's talking to Maul?
I don't know.
Because she's a bounty hunter, right?
Yeah, she's a bounty hunter, but she wasn't hired by the guild. They mentioned a guild.
Yeah,
and she wasn't hired by the guild. She was hired by someone personally.
But there's also, like, people keep saying like, oh, was she hired by the Kimonians, the Camino, the alien looking ones? Like, I'm just like, that's too easy. That's too easy. Like,
too easy.
Like, how awesome would it be if they get Maul to come back? Like, oh, that'd be cool. Let me ask you this: how would you feel if they like introduce Ahsoka into this universe again? Not into the universe, but into this series.
I'm pretty sure, but I would prefer her not to be.
Yes, I would really prefer her not to be
constantly in there. I would like to see it maybe 1 or 2 episodes, but then kind
of like Rex.
Yeah, like
I thought Rex was gonna have a much more. He's just like, I came and I went. All right, later. It's like, wait, what? And I love how he's all like, they're like, how did you, get past your inhibitor chip? He's all like, I had help. I'm like, I get that reference because I saw that.
I will be right back. I'm gonna leave you to
it. But yeah. So, I mean, if you guys haven't like kept up with the Star Wars animated series, I know like animation is kind of it's mainly geared towards kids, and and in all honesty, Star Wars in general is geared towards kids. But like, us adults have found a way to connect and love it. And I feel like these shows, like the Clone Wars, started off as a kids show, and it kind of blossomed into something like way more spectacular. Rebels definitely started off as a kids show. Once you hit second season, it kind of like gets into some nitty gritty. This one, I think it's just a straight up adult show because they show not that they show like violence or anything, but like, like they like shoot people like dead on, and it's just like the execution and all this stuff. And, it tackles a much more mature audience. It's still really good, and for all you Star Wars fans out there, I think it'd be a good watch, just to expand your knowledge on the canon and on the world and everything that's going on. Like, as a Star Wars fan myself, like I love that. Like, one of my favorite movies was Solo, and I know it has its flaws, but I think like like I think of Solo the same way I think of Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix, not a good movie, but it's a good movie in the sense of like, this is like another mission for the X-Men. It's like reading like a off comic book, you know, like, and I feel like that's how Solo was. Like Solo expanded that universe just a little bit much to where like you saw a different side of the universe that you never thought you'd see.
I would take it more. Solo for me would be more of Suicide Squad. How
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
you know,
Like Batman and Superman are still in the universe, but it's not about Batman and Superman. It's about another little squad.
even though like they show Batman and the Flash in it,
yeah,
you know, briefly, but you know, and like how you said, it kind of shows a different side of the universe, and you know, like people didn't even know like what there's a group of bad guys that do good, like
right?
what?
This is Batman's bad guys and Flash's bad guys and other people's bad guys, and just like, wait, what? Like they're all coming together? Like that's so cool. Like that's the way I see it. You know, so for that simple purpose, like shows like this, you know, Bad Batch that has nothing to do with Jedi, nothing to do with Skywalkers, nothing to do with any of that. It's just a group of renegade soldiers.
Well, see, that's what I like about a lot of the movies. Well, I want to say a lot of movies. The two movies, because we only got two movies that were outside of the saga.
Oh yeah, Rogue One and
Solo.
Oh, yeah, we got the Solo.
But like everything else too is like I really enjoy. I mean, yeah, even though you know Obi-Wan and Anakin were a big part of the Clone Wars, you know, they also did show other sides of, you know, like they get real personal with some of the clones on there too, that you end up liking some of those clones, you know, like Rex was a real big fan favorite. Cody, who was in
he
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, Commander Cody.
You know, and then, you know, for them to bring in this new group of characters, you know, like with the Bad Batch, you know, and then they introduced Ahsoka, because and I know that was another thing too, was when Ahsoka first got introduced, people were like
hated her.
Yeah, they hated her at first.
Her.
Not only did
what's up, Snips?
Not only that they hated her, but but it was just like, you know, why are they just mentioning her now? Like, where was she? You know, and all this other stuff was happening, and then you know you get the backstory of it. You know, like she was pretty much kind of like betrayed by the Jedi
like
Order,
excommunicated.
You know? Yeah, like they, you know, they turned their back on her, and then, you know, when she had to prove her innocence, and you know what she did,
she was like, "Nah."
And she was just like, "No, I see how the Jedi Order really is, and it's just not for me."
That's cool. That's like the most baller thing. But yeah, I mean, like I really enjoy Bad Batch so far. I can't wait to just keep watching it. You know, so Bad Batch comes out on Fridays, you know, in which like Falcon Winter Soldier came out Fridays, WandaVision came out Fridays, Mandalorian comes out Fridays. So it's just recently announced that Disney Plus is gonna start releasing their shit on Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that.
Which we've already kind of got a piece of with Loki. Loki is, it's already going on right now. We just finished episode 2, and it premieres Wednesdays. Which in a way it kind of throws me for a loop, because I'm like, I get home on like, because I work at night, so I get home like, I go to work Tuesday night, get home, I'm like, oh shit, there's a Loki episode. I'm like, do I really want to spend an hour right now just getting mind fucked, or do you want to wait in the morning? And I like it right now because like right now we get home. I get home Wednesday. I have Loki, and then Friday I have Bad Batch. So that's always pretty cool. But so from here on out, they're gonna start releasing their new series on Wednesdays. Wednesday is gonna be the date. Remember back in the day when like episodes, you know, before streaming, like primetime cable was like, oh, tune in Thursday or tune in Wednesday, or you know, like it was never ever I mean, there was times where it was Friday, but like there was like tune in Wednesdays for a new episode of this and that, whatever. Like, so I like that. I like how they're like going back to that, like, Oh, so Wednesdays now are Loki. And speaking of Loki, you caught up?
Sure.
I mean, there's 2 episodes. Oh yeah, that's right. Because you said you watched the second, but you weren't really paying attention. Right?
Yeah.
But what do you think so far?
It's really good. It's a lot better than what I was expecting it to be.
Oh shit, dude.
I mean, I know everyone, well, at least I was, you know, concerned and like confused on how is this gonna work? You know, they even announced, you know, they're gonna do Loki before what Endgame came out. And then, because I remember when Endgame came out, then that's when, you know, and then you see Loki grab the Tesseract and leave, and it's like, that's the Loki that's going to be in the show. And you know, because obviously in Infinity War, he died in Infinity War. And so, yeah, I was just, you know, really concerned, you know, how's this going to work? How's, you know, what's going to be the main premise, you know, like, what are they gonna do? How are they gonna utilize him? And the way that they're doing it, it's really good. I mean, I don't think we're ever gonna get a season 2 of WandaVision. I don't think they can ever redo that.
Obviously too, because like her story is gonna continue on in other movies.
That too, and then I don't know. I mean, we could possibly get, you know, more of the Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I think they're going to be more focused with doing movies on that too.
Yeah, but then again, because after that show,
they announced
Captain America 4 with Sam Wilson.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie.
That's so badass.
And so with Loki, I could see them at least doing a few more seasons and continuing on.
I don't know if I can handle that though. Like, for what we gotten so far, like, it's so like complex, and just like you have to fucking pay attention. Like, you know, with WandaVision, like I love the 2 shows we gotten this year. Like, WandaVision was amazing. I hated the 30-minute episodes, but it was good. Falcon Winter Soldier, I love the hour episodes, but like I loved it. It was a good show. You know, it was on a more.
It kind of took so long to get there.
It was a more more grounded, and kind of like tackled some serious issues, which isn't a bad thing. You know, I liked it. This one, dude, and you know me, like I told you, I was like, I'm not really too excited about Loki. Like, I don't know, just something about it. Like, I saw the trailers and just like, what the fuck is going on? So I saw the first episode. I'm like,
see, and you were the same way with Cruella.
Yeah, I heard that movie's pretty good though.
Because I was like, "Oh, dude, Cruella, I want to see this one. This one actually looks interesting." Because I know like they've already done like Maleficent, and she's the evil one from Sleeping Beauty. Mm-hmm. But you know, I heard that Maleficent was really good, and so when you know, and I kind of like what Disney's doing with their villains. You know, giving them like that story arc. You know.
Yeah. But like with this one, because like Loki's been like one of the, because Marvel has the MCU has a reputation of having bad villains, you know, which isn't always the case. I mean, you have the good ones, you know, you have.
I don't want to say bad villains. They don't know. They definitely have a bad case of utilizing their villains.
Yeah, okay, like they're not bad villains, it's just the way they use them is bad.
Yes.
You know, and you had your standouts, like obviously Thanos, you've had Killmonger as a standout, you had Vulture as a standout.
The worst one for me still is
the Mandarin.
I am the Mandarin.
And so, but like Loki's always been like consistent, like even though he's like, you know, he was the villain in the first Avengers movie. You know, he always stuck around. He was always there. To where we grown to love him as a character. So when he finally died in Infinity War, we're like, oh, fuck. But now we get this new Loki. I wouldn't say a new Loki. I would say old Loki. Because this is a Loki that just lost to the Avengers. This is Loki from 2012. He just lost to the Avengers. And now he's being taken into this quote-unquote time DMV, you know, and like all the character development that we spent with Loki, with this character for the past 10 years, of him developing through movies, like through Avengers, through Avengers, through Thor 2, through Ragnarok. He has character development. So now we get this Loki that's just, he's still evil. He's fresh off of losing the Avengers. And in one episode, they give him that character development by having him watch his life play out in front of him.
Well, not only that, but I think they really developed his character in the Dark World. When he was in the prison and when he finds out that his mom was killed.
Yeah, and he just loses it.
And like he covers it up by showing like, oh, she wasn't my mother. And then Thor's like, Loki, I know this isn't you. And then like it shows him like broken.
Yeah,
right?
and you see more of that Loki in this one because it's like he even sees himself die. He's like, and he gets the tears in his eyes. Like there's some heavy acting from Tom Hiddleston in this show. And not only in the first episode where he sees that he's responsible for his mom's death and that he dies, but in the next episode where he finds the file talking about Ragnarok's destruction. Asgard's destruction, and he's reading it. He gets tears in his eyes. But I also love it too. In the next scene, they're like, he was all like, he's talking to Owen Wilson. He goes, yeah, Ragnarok. You hear about it? He goes, yes, Ragnarok is the destruction of Asgard and all these people. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's very sad. Anyway, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Like, and he plays it so good. But like,
and even Owen Wilson himself is actually doing
dude.
really good.
Owen Wilson is knocking it out of the park. Talkie. Like I love him, and like not only that, but it's just like I remember that one scene. He's all like, "Oh, cause you're smart. I am smart. I know." Like it's just like like he's so like contradicting him. Like it's so funny, but like and I know in the first episode. One thing that stuck out to me, and I think it stuck out to a lot of people, was the Infinity Stones. Because we spent, 10 years, over 20 films of movies leading up to Infinity Stones being the most powerful thing in the world. And for this show to be like, oh, we have a drawer full of them. Some guys use them as paperweights. And people are like, they're not nothing? No, it's not that they're not nothing. They are something. But in this universe, they're in, like I said, the time DMV.
Yeah.
So in this time DMV, he doesn't have magic, and these Infinity Stones don't have their powers. They're just rocks. But if you take them out and you put them in the actual timeline, then they have the power. So I wasn't too upset about that. I was like,
as much as some of the other people.
Dude, people were upset about it. They're like, what the fuck? We've been watching movies for this long, and they're just paperweights. Like, calm down. Like, it's not. They're not like valuing like the Infinity Stones. They're just saying like they're just trying to put in perspective that in the DMV where we're in the TMZ, right? Oh, what is it called?
Time Variance
Association, TVA. In the TVA, they're just meaningless because in the TVA, in the department, you don't have magic. You can't use your powers, so the Infinity Stones can't have their power to them. Doesn't necessarily devalue them. It just means that in here, they don't mean nothing. And they get them a lot because people like to play with fucking time,
Yeah. And I kind of like to also think of it, too, is that this is also Marvel saying, like, okay, look, we did the Infinity Stones, now we're just moving on from it.
Mm-hmm. But also, too, like, they in the first episode, they really try setting up this whole, like, the timekeepers and this and that, like, there's almighty beings. I'm thinking in the sense of like, what if they're not even real? Like, what if it's all just like a ploy? Dude, this show is opening up so many like theories and like possibilities. This show is going places that like we've never gone before, and I'm all here for it. I love it. Like I love it, and not only that, but I love the it kind of sounds pretentious. The architecture of the show, because it's real Blade Runner-esque, future-esque. Like like the music is so fucking cool, and like the fact that like just like the architect and and the cinematography in this show, it's so amazing, and just like I'm captured by it because it's just so, it's so good. I love it. I love it so much. I can't stop gushing about this show. Like,
did I send you the meme of what's his face, Squidward? Not Squidward from SpongeBob, but they call him Squidward on Tony Stark calls him Squidward on Infinity War. The weird looking dude.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What's his name? I forget his name.
No.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
So at the beginning of Infinity War, where he's
Maul.
where he's
General Maul.
where he's handing.
Oh, he's giving a of our creatures to wield an Infinity Stone, and then you have fucking what's his name?
And he goes, "Nay, 2 Infinity Stones," and then he goes, "Meanwhile, so and so's got like 20 plus in his drawer."
He's just like, he's smiling. It's so stupid, but like, I don't know, man. Like, this show is just opening up some crazy possibilities for the MCU. That like, and not only that, but like they mentioned madness and multiverse in the same sentence. You're just like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like they definitely set up. Well, WandaVision for sure set up the multiverse of madness. This is definitely going to set up the time verse. You know, with King the Conqueror. You know,
that's what people are saying. There's a theory out there that like, what if the timekeepers aren't real? What if they were real and Cain the Conqueror somehow killed them and we're on Cain's timeline right now? You know, I'm just like, cool. Oh my god! I'm like, what the fuck? Like. There's so many possibilities. Like, it's.
So here's my other thing though too. Why did they let the Avengers? Okay, I know they explained it.
It was supposed to happen.
No, but here's the other thing. Captain America wasn't supposed to be back in his time.
Exactly. Why wasn't the TVA there to like snatch him up? Because like.
I don't know if you saw it in the first one, but they snatched Peggy.
I heard that. Okay, I heard that. I heard in the first one because you see the scroll, obviously, and I heard someone's like, "Oh yeah, you also see Peggy." I'm like, "Wait, what? Where's Peggy at?" Like, I heard that that you see Peggy in the background.
That one of the time people are like apprehending her. Like they you know, the little transport thing they came in, and she's like they have her handcuffed and everything.
See, I'm telling you, like, the fact that they're doing that and, like, not, like, spin out there, oh, we got Agent Carter, like, no, it's in the background. If you see it, you see it. If you don't, then fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this show is such a mind fuck, like, and many people are already saying, like, this is the best MCU show so far. I'm just like, okay, just wait, because, again, WandaVision was really good. They crapped the ending.
Yeah.
So who's just like people are like, just hold on.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier was very predictable, in my opinion. I think it was pretty. Yeah. It was pretty much just straightforward.
Yeah.
So this one's really gonna
have to like step it up because like fuck, dude. Like I'm saying, like all the possibilities in this show are just like blowing my mind, and I can't. Like I love it. I love everything about this show. And like people are like, cause I know like it was speculating in the first episode, like, oh, it's Lady Loki, and like you finally get Lady Loki. I'm just like, okay, that's cool. All right, let's see what else we're gonna do. Like I can't wait.
And I liked how she says, you think this is just about you, but
exactly,
this is about
exactly. Someone said that they were like, you think it's always about you. Mm-hmm. So like we're always like we're being thrown into the show thinking like this is Loki hunting another Loki, and it's all about Loki. And her coming out and be like, you think it's all about you, like. Oh shit! Like it's not like she must be doing something else, and
or the thing is, she goes, "It's about us."
Mm-hmm. And like the fact that she drives,
and I don't think she's talking about just us, like them two. I think she's talking about multiple Lokis.
Dude, like what the fuck? Like the first think about it, going back to 2012 and telling you like, oh yeah, that's and like going to you in the movie theater while you're watching Avengers, the first one, and you'd be like. Oh yeah, like you travel back in time. You're like, hey, Loki, right? Yeah, he's gonna get his own fucking show, and there's gonna be multiple. Like what? Like what the fuck? Like it's just ridiculous. I need to go to the restroom.
Hey, how about we just?
Yes, take a break. We're gonna take a break. Well, no,
because I'm ready to go watch Bad Batch.
Okay, well I got one more thing to talk about.
I'm ready to go watch Bad Batch.
I got one more thing to talk about. We'll take a break.
I guess.
All right, guys, and we're back for our last and final break. Before we get out of here, I just want to get Steven's thoughts on a couple of things. I mean, obviously, we've been talking about DC, Batman eating the cat, talking about Atreyu's new album, Conjuring 3, everything Star Wars, everything Loki and Marvel. I did see Army of the Dead. I know Steven didn't watch it. And it was all right. It was fine. Whatever.
A lot of people shitting on it.
Yeah, it was not that great. Anyway, we're done with that topic. But I did want to get your thoughts. I know we watched it together, and it's been a long time coming. And for me, I think it came up a little short. The Friends reunion. We got the Friends reunion. We got Chandler, Joey, Ross, Monica, Rachel, and Phoebe all back. And
yeah, out of all of them, Ross and Phoebe are the only ones that still look good.
Phoebe looks amazing. Courtney Cox looks scary. Matthew Perry looks sad.
It's droopy.
That's how many people were complaining about Matthew Perry. They're like, you gotta stop, man. But what do you think about it? The Friends reunion. Obviously, me and you and your wife are, just major Friends fans. We love Friends. We watch every single episode of all 10 seasons. You'll have the DVD set. We've played Friends trivia. We're champions. What did you think about it? Did you think that it was a good choice for them to have like a talk show setting where they go back and read old scripts? Or would you much rather have them do another fucking episode?
So, with all these reunions stuff going on, I really liked it. I enjoyed it very much. I did love the table readings. Those were very entertaining, and especially the one with Ross and Rachel.
That one was like intimate. That one was just like,
and we could even see like the other cast members were just like, oh wow,
like let them go
and the I don't know if you want to say secret or
that they were like into each other,
but they actually didn't do anything. Like they didn't act on those feelings, and I think that's what really gave that Ross and Rachel feeling, because that since they didn't act on those feelings, they
pent up emotions.
They reflected it on their characters themselves,
and it really worked.
Yeah,
like now that you go back to the email, you're like, that really fucking worked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It really worked
because they had chemistry. It even said it on Friends. There's that episode of Friends where Chandler's dating the actress, and Joey keeps saying, if they have fire on stage, then there's no fire off stage. So you have nothing to worry about. Until it gets boring on stage, that's when you got to worry. Yeah.
And the thing, too, was we finally got confirmation. They were on a break.
They were on a fucking break, yes.
Jennifer Aniston, Rachel herself, finally admitted, yes, they were on a break. Now, the one big thing, and I hate to say it that way because he's a big guy. But
James Corden,
I did not like him.
Everybody was same thing as you. They're like, why
goodness.
the fuck do we have James Corden? Like, he just looks like a dumb, obsessed, quote unquote fanboy. Not even a real fanboy.
Well, not even that. Yeah, he seemed fake. He seemed real fake. And I did not like that, and I did not like the fashion thing.
Oh yeah, that was stupid. That was so dumb.
That was real dumb.
It was just an excuse to get Justin Bieber and Cara Delevingne on the stage.
Yeah, it
was all it was. I'm just like, why? Why though? Like, they're not even in the fucking show. They probably weren't even alive when the show came out.
Well, Justin Bieber for sure wasn't.
And I'm just like, why? Like, why do we need, Cara Delevingne and Justin Bieber modeling old stuff? Like, that didn't make sense to me at all. I think that was so stupid. That was a waste of time. I agree, because I was listening to a podcast and they're just like, they just should have shot an episode of like where they're at now. Like, that would have been so much better.
I wouldn't have liked the episode. What I would have liked more is just them, and in the setting of
right, like
not in front of the fountain,
like not someone interviewing them, but them just talking.
Yes, and
Like,
that's what I was gonna say, because the other one, because again, when I say reunions, we also got the Fresh Prince reunion,
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec. Well, Parks and Rec,
That was a pretty good one though.
it was good,
It was
but
a good episode. They did an episode.
they actually did an episode, where they're at now, and
That was great.
they were in character. But I really, really loved the Fresh Prince reunion.
I haven't seen that.
It was really good.
Did they have the two Aunt Vivs?
Yes.
They did. They had both of them.
Well. They had the second one in,
The darker one.
the second one was the light complected one.
Okay, later on. Okay, yeah.
And they had her, there. So the way they did it was they all just came together, and they were in the living room of the house. And they were it was just them. No special hosts, no nothing, just them. I really loved that, really liked it. They did have the original Aunt Viv, and but it was mostly Will Smith and her talking, because of the fact that there was a lot of actual drama behind that. And when she got let go from the show, Will Smith had not spoken to her since then until the reunion.
Wow, so that's
And
dark,
dude,
dark,
you really have to see it, because there is some dark shit that went on. And and Fresh Prince was really one of my favorite shows. And yeah, dude, I mean, I knew there was like controversy between her and him during the time, but like it didn't really come out of what was the actual controversy until now.
Yeah.
And like, dude, it as much as I like Will Smith, it kind of puts him in a
Bad light.
dick situation.
Was it like a Robert Downey Jr. and Terrence Howard situation?
Oh, much worse. Much worse.
Was it a Chandler?
It pretty much ruined her career and almost her life.
God damn.
And I mean,
see, but the thing is, like, I feel like they weren't afraid to tackle that stuff. I feel like Friends was afraid to tackle the serious issues, and when I say serious issues, I mean Matthew Perry's drug addiction.
Yeah,
and there was even one part where he's all like, "If I don't get a laugh, like I'm dying." And like there was a video like people were like, "Oh, he made things awkward." I'm just like, leave him the fuck alone, like.
But again, see, I liked it when it was just them talking when they were in the coffee shop.
Oh yeah,
I liked that, and I wish that's where they should have just kept it, because that was always
they should just kept it in the coffee shop.
That was always the main thing. And why the fuck did they have a goddamn host? And why did it have to be fucking James Gordon?
Get Jimmy Kimmel.
They didn't even need a host.
They didn't need a host.
And if they did, maybe get a character that people like that was like a side character,
They could have Paul Rudd run the thing. He's Phoebe's wife now. Why wasn't he there?
Well, there was also drama with that too. That Paul Rudd got a lot of bad vibes from the cast.
Oh, I can see that.
So yeah, there was a lot of like.
But then they had
there was kind of some bad blood.
They had
there.
Reese Witherspoon. They didn't have Christina Applegate.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Christina Applegate wasn't there. There was a few other people that weren't there.
I love that they brought back Janice.
They didn't have David Arquette, and Courtney Cox were at one time married. They could have had
Yeah, but then again, also Brad Pitt and Rachel.
They mentioned him.
They're like, he's like, oh, your guy.
But they mentioned him. They didn't mention even David Arquette.
Yeah, not at all.
They didn't even mention Phoebe's brother.
Sean Penn? No.
Giovanni. Rigby.
Yeah, you're talking about.
Yeah, they didn't even mention him, and I was really kind of disappointed with that one. Like
there's
he was such a funny character. He was such a good character.
Like I'm saying, like there's like if they were gonna do it the style that they did do it, they missed out on so many like actors and that came on the show, that I would have loved to have seen. Like again, like Bonnie Somerville, Mona. I really hate that they didn't have her in it. I really hated that because I feel like that was a key moment in Ross's relationship thing. Just like oh Mona, like I keep forgetting about it. Like damn it, why does it keep happening? Like and then like I don't know, man. Like,
yeah, I feel like this was just rushed.
Yes. I felt like it was rushed. I felt like
the cast they just did it just to kind of just say, okay, look,
We did it.
You know,
Yeah.
there, leave us alone.
Yeah, I felt like that too. Like I felt like it was really rushed. I felt like HBO and Warner Brothers were like, "Hey, we got the streaming service now, and people want, a Friends reunion, and COVID just happened, and a bunch of other shows doing reunions. Let's just shoot a reunion really fast and just put it out there, and we'll be happy." No, no.
Like, I don't know if you ever seen or watched any of the Fresh Prince shows,
Yeah.
or like, have you ever like watched them all?
I haven't seen them all, but I've seen
I
the majority of
rewatched
them.
it when we got the HBO Max. I rewatched it, and I mean, they're still good. They're still funny. They still make me laugh. And then after rewatching it, and then the reunion coming out like a month later, I was just like, it was the reunion again. That reunion was really good. It was so much better. Another reunion I would love to see is an Office reunion.
I feel like they'll ruin that one too. I feel like they'll ruin.
But no,
that one.
I would like for Peacock to do it.
Peacock, yeah, that'd be cool.
I think they would actually do it much better, and I think it would be worthwhile. And I think they would probably do it more of like a Parks and Rec kind of style.
Dude, because it's the same kind of like creators behind it, and I love the Parks and Rec one because it's just like, hello, like there's a Zoom, hello, like, and you have Andy and April, like they're supposed to be together, but they're in separate houses. It's just like it's so funny, like it was so good. But yeah, no, like
yeah, he was in the garage working out. And
yeah, it was that one was good. But yeah, like the whole Friends one, I appreciate it for what it was because I'm a fan, but I think it could have been way much better.
Definitely could have been way much better. Again, I just
James Corden, like
fuck
why?
him, dude. Fuck that guy. I'm sorry. I just don't. I'm
I'm
not a fan of him.
You don't have to be sorry. I don't like him either, and I know a lot of people don't like him. Like he's just
so
annoying.
He's annoying. He's so annoying.
He acts like a little like a giddy kid. Like, oh my god, like tell me about this. Like, stop. Like, you're not a fan. Like, you're just.
He's a poser.
You're a poser. Like,
I'm sorry. He's a
fuck
poser.
you, James Corden.
Whoa.
If you see this, fuck yourself.
Whoa. Hey, dude, I'm just not a fan of yours, right? But
but all right, guys. Well, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go watch some Star Wars. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. If you guys listen to the episode, thank you. And shout out to everybody who listens to us. Subscribe, comment, and like. Tell your friends about us. We're available on YouTube. You could find us on Spotify, on the Anchor app.
we're still working to get our episodes back on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah. So they'll be
be
there
patient with us on
soon.
that.
And yeah, like what Steven said earlier, like we're really, we're gonna start trying to get some more brewery tours for you guys and some more content. But for now, all we can do is just promote the beers that we like, and the beers we had today are the Pina Colada from Martin House Brewery. It's the coconut cream ale with pineapple, and we also have
as the Under the Pear Tree Pear Sour Ale at 5.2.
They're really refreshing beers. Both of them,
I know I'm drinking kind of slow. I'm just getting over a hangover.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, this beer is fucking goddamn good. That one was a good one too. But this was my favorite right here.
Hell yeah. But yeah, you guys, check us out. Follow us on Instagram. Follow our individual pages. You can find all the links. We'll post them and stuff like that. But thank you guys so much for checking us out and for sticking around. Like I said, share, guys. All we ask for you to do is just share. Send the podcast to someone someone you love that loves beer, loves talking friends and nerd shit, and it guarantees a good time. So until next time, Batman does eat the pussy, and we're out of here. I'm Eddie.
I'm Steven.
Cheers.